Well, this is weird. I'm sitting in my living room, filming a slightly different vlog than anything else I've done this year. So I don't know what number this is. Probably make it non-canonical, and I'm not sure what I'm going to call this. But I was at Masters in Motion for the last week and came home, spent a lot of time in airports, and kind of stepped back from everything for a week, given that Masters in Motion was going on and whatnot. Was still recording interviews, as some of you may or may not know, for the podcast. But I kind of have been thinking a lot this week and trying to look at things in a big picture way. And I had a really good talk yesterday, actually, with a friend of mine who was willing to push into some hard things, which is good, and I have to thank him for that. So I started this channel and the website and the podcast and everything. Well, the podcast new, but website and the channel a few months ago. I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago or something. And it has quickly become one of my proudest accomplishments in the world, for lack of a better term. It's been amazingly cool to see people affected by it, to get to go to Masters in Motion, have people come up to me and introduce themselves that I don't know, and hear that something that I shared or made a difference in their lives and their careers. Like, it's a really cool thing, and it's something that when I started this, I set out to help people. That was really my only goal. Was I feel like I can help facilitate conversations and share some knowledge and facilitate conversations with other people that will be beneficial to the rest of the community at large, and I want to do that. So it's never been about making money for me. It's never been about selling education, which is why I have tried to keep everything that I can on free platforms, which is why I like Patreon, because it was a subjective way for people to say, hey, what you're doing is valuable and I want to support it. But I've never gone into this to make money or to get anything for me out of it. I feel like I've learned a lot from it. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I was just looking at the year in review thing on Facebook, and I picked up 13 or 1400 Facebook friends, 2,700 Instagram followers, a couple thousand YouTube subscribers, and the Facebook group has grown to be over 600 people now, which is insane. Especially, it would be over thousands of people if I didn't say no to probably 20 people a day who asked to be a part of it. Which is nothing personal, as I've said on here before. There's just a lot of spam people that come through, so if you don't have anyone who's already in the group, then I don't accept you usually, unless you send me a message or something. So if you want to be in and you've been declined, just shoot me a message, because if you're a real person, then I'm down to have you in. So all of that, though, brings me to the point of this, which is that over the last few days, I've realized that what I've been doing has not been healthy. It hasn't been healthy for me. It hasn't been healthy for my family, for Mandy specifically. It hasn't been healthy for my health. It's become too much. It started off with me once a week talking to my webcam for 8 minutes, and has turned into a podcast a week and vlogs and blog breakdowns and running a Patreon, and it's a little bit too much. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that without negatively affecting all of you, and without selling out, because at the end of the day, it continues to not be about making money for me. At the same time, though, I can't be taking time to respond to every one of the couple thousand people who may have a question for me. And it's not because I don't care about your question. It's not because I don't think it's important. It's because it's just not enough time in the day. So, that also is one of the downsides of being a single person running something who also has a real job. No offense to anyone else, but I'm not a no film school. I'm not a Shane's Inner Circle that has a crew of people doing this. And I'm not Matt Workman, who this is his full-time gig. This is a thing on top of a existing 30 to 40 hour a week job, and it's turned into another 30 to 40 hour a week job, which means that I don't take time for anything else. So I'm curious to figure out how to fix this. Obviously, one way would be to delegate things to other people. The difficulty of that being, since this is not a profitable thing, it makes it very difficult to hire people. It already costs me, at least a couple $100 a month to make all this stuff. So can't really afford to pay someone. So I think for the immediate, what it means is I have to take at least a few weeks of stepping a little bit back from being constantly willing to talk to everyone. And like I said, it's not because I don't value your questions at all. It just is that I need to not constantly, I need to not spend 10 hours a week in a Facebook group on top of everything else. So I am going to dedicate my immediate conversational efforts towards Patreon, because those guys have taken the time to say that this is valuable, and so I think I owe them a level of time. And so if this is valuable to you, feel free to jump on Patreon, and I'll answer any questions you want. But at the end of the day, I need some way to pare down the hundreds of comments and messages and emails that I get, and this is the quickest and easiest way for now. It might mean that I come back once it's built up a little more and we have a crew and I can dedicate more time to that and less time to production. But right now, it means that I need to just slow myself down a little bit. The other way that this could work out is if I can find a way to make it more financially viable, that I can turn down other work, so that 30 to 40 hours a week of real work becomes 10 to 15, then maybe nothing else has to change, but I don't know how to do that yet. I don't necessarily want to start selling courses or anything. And so I'm open to your guys' ideas for how you think that would be valuable to you and how you would prefer to interact with this. I'm not going to stop making content. Podcast is going to keep coming out. Working on some more cool videos that'll be dropping over the next few weeks, but I need to slow a few things down at least, because it's getting too much. And it's unfortunate that it reaches a point where, my wife feels like she can't talk to me because I'm busy answering questions from other people around the world. So I super appreciate all you guys being a part of this. I really do, and being a part of this community, and hopefully this continues to grow, and this isn't in any way a goodbye or a step back. But I think for me personally, I have to reassess how to make this work in a way that's still beneficial to everyone else and does not hurt my life outside of the internet. So I'm really open to suggestions. So if you guys, I would say the simplest thing you can do, to be totally honest, and again, this isn't about me making money, but it is a little bit of a good way to measure things, is if this is valuable content to you, then hopping over to Patreon and pledging some kind of something makes a huge difference, because it means that I can take time away from regular work. And currently it hasn't done that, to be honest. I get $800 a month from Patreon, and that basically covers my costs sometimes. I still don't make any money for any of this time. It's just me volunteering my time to help you guys. So Patreon, you go on there. That's a great way to show support. If you're in the Facebook group already, I'm probably going to slow down a little bit on responding to those kinds of things. If you have questions, Patreon's another great way to do that. And I'm probably going to rework a few Patreon tiers to allow me to be more intentional about being more involved with a smaller group of people at any given point in time. Historically, I've had the $100 a month tier of people that I'm more intentionally mentoring, and I think I'm going to keep that. Might rethink it, but if it's valuable to you, which hopefully it is, and you want to be able to Skype me, ask me a question, talk about what your business should be buying for cameras and stuff, I'm willing to do that. I can't volunteer 100 hours a week to do that, So hopefully you guys don't hate me. I really would love your thoughts on all of this and about what content you really like and you definitely want to see keep up, and what content maybe you're okay with me not doing as much of. But the moral of the story is I've just jumped a little too hard into this too fast, and it is hurting. So I need to go to the gym. And the number of times, even that, the number of times in the last month that it's been I should go to the gym. Oh, I have to write a blog post, or I have to edit a podcast or whatever, to I haven't gone to the gym in the last month. And that's not good. As much as I like not going to the gym, it's not healthy. So this is the Real Talk vlog for the year. So yeah, we'll see. Working on some cool stuff still, though. Still aiming to help you guys. Not in any way trying to shortchange people. Not trying to stop this. Just trying to figure out how to better allocate my time in the way that I'm helping people to still be helpful, but also pay the bills and be available to my family and whatever else. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and leave me a comment one way or another. Say something. Say I should stop, say I should keep going, say Patreon's great, say that you'd rather pay per video, go to Gumroad and do $1 per video, and you guys pay for what you want that way. Say if you want to be able to pay for Skype calls or messages or something, or if there's some way that I can, and the only thing with paying is it's the only way that I can see to differentiate and narrow down that pool of a couple thousand people who might want access to me to separate, because I don't want to just randomly pull from my hat, I'm going to answer these questions. I want to be able to guarantee you guys access, and so Patreon, currently I can guarantee access. You become a patron and you comment or send me a message, and I will definitely get to it and probably do a video on it, but I can't guarantee anything outside of that right now. So yeah, hopefully this wasn't weird for you guys. It was a little weird for me, but I love you all, and I will see you soon.